Hi, my name is Karen. This is the warm-up for the legs and glutes workout. What you'll need is a pair of free weights and a yoga mat, and it is geared for all fitness levels, and let's get started. So I want you to find space right here. We're just going to begin with some easy squat reaches. So let's go ahead and feet about shoulder width apart, and we're going to squat and reach. So let's just begin warming up. Let's just say that you haven't done a lot of exercise yet so far, and the whole point of a warm-up is to get your muscles and your joints all warmed up. So we'll do that just a few more times. So a squat. As you are getting warmed up, you can get a little bit deeper in the squat. Let's do another 2 here, and last one. All right, let's go ahead and do a lunge, and we're going to alternate this lunge with a rotation. So let's make sure that you're not twisting the knee. We're going to drop back and open. We'll do this a few more times. So really important to keep your hips squared up. And as we do that, just focus on your breath. Breathe and start to feel all that loosening up. We'll do that a few more times. Let's go ahead and do another one each side. And your last one. Make sure you have space for this. We'll do an alternating side lunge, and just start off nice and easy here, not starting out too intense. Just a nice easy side lunge and a little bit of an inner thigh stretch here. So this workout really is about legs and glutes, so let's make sure that those muscles are getting fired up a little bit. Let's do that a couple more times. So chest lifted. We're gonna do one more each side here. And last one. And this is a hamstring stretch. We're gonna do a hamstring stretch. And let's come up and open. And as you are here, we'll rotate a little to each side. So a hamstring scoop, up and open, and let's go just one more each side here. So lengthening the hamstring, and again, still focusing on the breath. Last one, up, open, here. All right, let's get a little bit more movement. We'll do a step squat. And as you come together, let's do a calf raise. So a step squat and then calf raise. You can go ahead and add that reach up if you like. And here is where some of you might feel comfortable doing a little more impact. So we'll do a squat and a jump, or remember, you have the option to do the calf raise. We'll do that a few more times. One more each. And last one. And good. So let's do a step hamstring curl. And this is all just about getting you a little bit more warmed up here. And we're going to take that into a little balance work. If you're comfortable with that, we're going to step, a little jump. And if you're comfortable, we take it up. Our less impact is still a step touch. Let's do that a couple more times. Just 2 and 1. All right, just an easy step touch here. And let's do our single leg deadlift to warm up that balance. So pick a leg, and we'll start with a knee lift if you can. And we'll do about 5 each side. So find a spot on the floor, and we'll try to balance up like this. So if you're struggling with your balance, you're going to tap down, come up. Let's do one more here. And then we'll switch sides. Single leg deadlift. We find that balance, coming up. And if you're finding you're having a difficult time balancing, just a tap. And 2 more on this side. almost done the warm up. I'm just gonna back to that step touch. Let's do a squat again. And this time we're gonna reach it up. And lift, a squat, and release. Let's do one more each. And your last one here. And we'll finish with some hip circles, like so. A little bit of that balance. And one more each side here. And if you need to stretch or release anything else, like ankle rolls, a little bit of that step and rotation. And that's a good warm up just to get everything, warmed up and ready for the workout. So we're gonna go ahead and grab some weights now for our strength portion. So if you need a sip of water, go ahead and grab it, and then grab your 2 weights here. So let's begin. We're gonna do just our regular squats, and let's choose our feet about shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit wider, depending on how you feel. And we're gonna do our 2 strength movements. So we're gonna start off with just a simple squat. And what I really want you to be aware of is making sure your knees are not caving in. So let's keep the chest lifted, and like you're sitting in a chair, right? Sitting your hips back and squeeze it up. All right, so squats are always a good option for us here. So let's do that roughly 10 seconds more. You can hold the weights wherever you like here. Let's do about 5 more seconds. Sitting those hips back. And your last one. All right, so let's keep our 2 weights here. We're gonna pick one leg, and we're gonna do all the same leg back lunge. So shoulders back, we're gonna sink into it, and we're gonna come up just to a tap, just a tap. So back lunge, up to tap. All the same leg, we're not switching here. So as you come into that lunge, you can choose a short stride lunge if you need. You can take it down. You can take a nice long step back. And we'll keep going here. Drop down. Let's go another 2. And your last one. And we will take a moment and we'll switch legs. So set your shoulders back, plant your foot, and step it back. And again, coming up to tap all the other leg. So good alignment with the hip, knee. And again, if you need a little bit of shorter stride, you can, or take a nice long step back. Coming up to that tap. Let's keep going, a good alignment. How about 2 more here? And great, all right. So let's put the weights down for a moment, and we're gonna do a little bit of the movement or conditioning, a little bit of some more dynamic movement. So what we're gonna do is a step and an up and over. This can be a step touch, or a step to the side, or you can add that a little bit extra jump. So let's go just a bit of that movement, adding some jump if you like. So heart rate should be elevated just a little bit here. And remember the option, step together, adding a little extra jump if possible, if you're up for it. So these intervals, still a strength movement, but a little more conditioning involved here. So let's go another 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Grab water here if you need it. And I think I'll grab a sip of water. And we're gonna go ahead and grab 2 weights. And we're gonna slow it right down and do some single leg deadlift. So when we think about legs, you can also think about balance, okay? So let's choose one leg. And this is where you're gonna focus on a spot on the floor and then come up to knee lift. So let's begin here and feel free to tap your foot down if needed. Okay, good alignment, balancing, and really finding a spot that helps you focus in, balancing, and working the muscles around the hip. Let's do 2 more on this leg. Okay, remember, if you're really struggling, you just keep your toe down. All right, and we will shake it out for a second. We'll do the other leg here, and again, what we want is that alignment. So roll the shoulders. This is the other leg now, and this is where you might find that one leg is a little more balanced than the other, right? So if you're having a hard time, just a little tap can be all you need. All right, let's keep going here. Balancing. We'll do a few more here. And about 3 to go. And about 2 more here. Balance. Your last one. Excellent. Okay. And what I'd like you to do here is just grab one weight. And this is a leg glute focused movement, but we're gonna add a tiny bit of core on this. So what we're gonna do here is we'll always come back to the center. We're gonna come into a lunge. We're gonna bring the weight to the side, come back to the center, and then we'll switch. So a single leg, alternating lunge with that weight coming to the side. Okay, so take your time and really focus on your alignment. And just like that, down and up, always coming back up here. Okay, so you can do the short stride if that feels better for you. And we can also take it nice big drop into that lunge. Let's do a few more here. Let's go another one each side. Step back and together, and last one here. Let's keep a weight if you're comfortable. This is a little bit of a plyometric movement. It's a jump squat. So I'll show you some options that you can do here. So if you're not jumping, it's a squat to the calf raise. And if you are comfortable with the jump, we're gonna make sure we do a soft landing. So let's go ahead and do that. Again, another conditioning movement. So jumping or calf raise and lift. So we do that little power lift here. So you should feel this in your legs, your calves. And if you're getting low enough there, we can start to feel those glutes. Let's do about 5 more seconds. This should feel like it's making you get even warmer here. 3, 2, and 1. All right. And we're gonna go into another set of exercises. If you need a sip of water, go ahead and do that. And we're gonna take it to a wide squat now. So grab your 2 weights here. We're gonna go into a wide sumo squat, your toes out slightly, and holding the weights together like this or like this. We're gonna sink, and we're gonna make sure we get a good squeeze up at the top, okay? So let's make sure that we come up to the top and we squeeze the glutes, but we're not overarching, okay? So down and lift. This is a little bit of a inner thigh movement, and those glutes again, let's come up to squeeze. And up. Excellent. Should feel good. Remember your pace, you can slow it down if you need. It's about that deliberate movement. So let's focus in on that up at the top. All right, so hips slide back, get as low as you feel that you can, and a few more reps here, coming up to squeeze. And we're gonna go ahead and do another 3 more reps here. And focus on your breath. 1 more time. Excellent. Okay, and you can keep your weights here. This is a combination of the inner thigh. So we're doing that step. We're gonna come through and do that cross behind and up to tap, and we're gonna continue all on that side. So an inner thigh, you can tap it if you need, come right through, and in that cross behind, that's really working that side glute. That is the goal here. So let's keep going. Side and back, and a step. A bit of that stretch. See how I can come up and just smooth transition to the back, to that cross behind. If you need to, you tap it, and then back and tap, okay? Let's keep going. So inner thigh and side glute. Let's do a couple more. Let's go 2 more here. Nice inner thigh stretch and back. Last one here. And all right, take a moment to rest, and then we'll switch sides. So just another review again. That's that inner thigh. Come through and back, okay? We're not twisting the knee. Keep our hips facing the front and slide back. Inner thigh and back. All right, so hopefully you're feeling in the legs and glutes. That is the goal, of course. We're gonna finish on this side. We're gonna do another movement, conditioning movement, and then we're gonna do some mat work that's gonna isolate those glutes, okay? So just a couple more here. So feel that stretch and back. Excellent. And we'll say about 2 more here. And back. 1 more time. And excellent. Okay, go ahead, put your weights down here. And this is those side hops or the skaters. So we can take it less impact and step it if you're not jumping, and get ready. Let's go. So options, a little step, and those full skaters. Go ahead and swing the arms if you like. Even if it's low impact, right? We step it and add that bigger movement if you are comfortable with that. And the skaters are really great for inner thigh and outer thigh. So legs and glutes, of course. Let's do a few more, about 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. All right, so go ahead and grab your mat now and keep your weights close by. And we're gonna do some floor isolated glute and leg movements. So I'll just grab my mat here. So let's take it down to the mat. And we're gonna get started on our hands and knees here. So if you need to double your mat for your knees, go ahead and do that. So if you're comfortable on the mat, we're in a tabletop position here. And we're gonna lift one leg like this. And we're gonna press that heel up without over rotating. So we're gonna lift with that good alignment. Lift. Breathe. Let's keep the core engaged. And this is a glute focused movement. Square the hips up. And lift. So heel up. Nice and centered. We'll do 5 more reps here. And 2 more here. And you relax for a moment. So those glute exercises. So we're gonna switch sides. So as we lift, that heel is going to go straight up. And let's make sure we're not rotating through the hips. So it's a lift and nice and controlled movement. We just lift it up like that. And we're going to keep a neutral neck, core engaged. Let's lift. And keep going with that. Let's go about another 5 reps here. 2 more here. All right, and relax. All right, we're gonna go onto the back here. If you want to use your weights, you can. We're gonna do our, go ahead and do our glute bridges. So you have the option to add some resistance. If you don't need it, then that's okay. But if you would like to, you can put those weights on your thighs. So we're gonna keep it like this. Relax the head down, press your heels in, and we're gonna come up to do those glute bridges, down, barely touch, and squeeze it up. So you can take your time and really feel those glutes and even a bit of a stretch in the front of the thighs, but the real work is with the glutes. So lift. And you can just focus on your breath and that driving up. And we'll keep going here. I like to do about 20. So in that range, I'm gonna guess that we have another 5. And about 2 more here. Last one. Okay, and we'll get rid of the weights and you're gonna lay on your side. And this is a side glute movement. And these are the clams. So what we can do here, I'm gonna show you, you can come up like this and do your side glute. Or if you feel more comfortable, you can lay on your side. Just bring that hip forward and we'll do roughly 20 of those, okay? So I'll show you a mix of those coming up. So really activating those glutes. And again, focus on what everything else is doing. If you're holding tension in your neck, try to relax there and bring the effort in those glutes. About 5 more reps. 2 more, and then let's relax here and switch sides. So come around, and remember the option to lie on your side or up in that plank. So let's lift it up here, and let's go. Again, we're focused on the glutes, and everything else is just set. So no tension in the neck. And lift. Let's keep going here. So good core engaged and those glutes working. And we'll go another 4 more reps here. And 1 more. All right. Let's take it on to the back again. Another glute movement. It's the walking glute bridges. So onto the back, and we're going to come up and do 1. We're going to and then switch sides, barely touch, and we're going to square the hips up here. Lift and then back down. Breathe. A few more here. Let's do another 2 each side. Coming up, and 1 more each. And your last one. Good. Okay, onto your front. We're gonna do our flutter kicks, and that's a glute and a low back movement, but we're going to start on our backs or on our fronts like this with the head down. We're going to lift up, and we're going to do that flutter kick. So try to relax again your neck, keep your head down, and the thighs are lifting up. We're going to take that movement, just good control. Keep your eyes down. Let's go another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax here. So we're going to head into a child's pose here. And we're going to head into our cool down. So in that child's pose, let's go ahead and take both hands to one corner and into the child's pose, leaning right back into it. And switch sides. So a little bit of recovery now. Onto your back. And for this recovery, we'll do our hamstring stretch. So relax your head down. You can lift up your leg. You can do some ankle rolls. Just hold it, some point and flex. Okay, just a gentle stretch. We don't want to force this. The other leg is down, and breathe into that stretch here. And let's take that into a glute stretch. So cross the leg over. And what we can do here is just stay and press on the inside of the thigh, or we can reach through and just relax your head down. Let's take a moment to feel that stretch. And again, never forcing, but feeling a nice, gentle stretch. And let's go hamstring on the other leg. Same thing, our other leg is down. And feel that gentle rolls. And here, a few deep breaths into that stretch. And in your glute stretch. Relaxing your head down. Remember, you can hold it here or reach it through. And never forcing the stretch, just enough to feel it. And from here, let's take it onto one knee if you can. If you need to stand for this, I'll just get you to shift one from one side to the other. If you're comfortable here, we're just going to do a gentle rock, and that should be a nice inner thigh stretch. So just do a few rocks back, and then once you have it there, you can lean. Again, not forcing. And now let's take it to the other side. So a little rocking back and forth. And then once you do that a few times, we can hold into that stretch. And let's take it up onto the feet. Just slide the mat out of the way. And let's do our standing hip flexor stretch. So we'll step back. And we're going to square that hip, sink into it. Let's add a big reach and then a side bend. So we want to feel that opening up through the hip. And let's step it back in and switch sides. Step back, sink into it, open up through that hip. Let's add that big reach and a side bend. And then back in, and the quadricep stretch. So let's feel the stretch of the front of the thigh. So if you need to hold on to something, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, stay here, opening up, and feel that in the front of the thigh stretch. And let's switch sides. Excellent. So our glutes and legs should be feeling like they've been worked a bit. And a nice good stretch through those muscles. Let's do a little step and rotation. Loosening up there. Keep that recovery. And let's do that hamstring scoop. And take it up and open. Add that little rotation again, and then let's switch. And let's that scoop up again, up and open, and add that. Of course, anything else that you need to stretch, go ahead, please do that. And that is our legs and glutes workout for today. Thank you very much.